Welcome back to another episode of CLyon Creates. Today I'm going to give you a couple tips and pointers for painting figures. I'll be using pops in this one. You can do it with whatever, it's the same techniques. And check out the last two episodes up above here. I'll leave those links. Otherwise, let's get started today. And these are what we're starting with. False God Superman and the original Batman pop. And we're going to turn those into White Lantern versions of themselves. White Lantern Superman and Batman. The first thing we're going to do is have a little pop jacuzzi. We're just going to take the heads off of these things. A little bit of hot water releases the glue on the neck. Just pop the heads right off. Doesn't really even need to boil. And if it does, it doesn't hurt the pops. To set up, all I really use is this little paintbrush here, along with a cup full of clean water to start with, and a scrap of paper towel. Now the paint I use is the cheap stuff you can find at Walmart, Michael's, any craft store really, Apple Barrel, I don't even, Deco Art is the other one. Martha Stewart has a brand. It all works, it's all the same. Now I keep my paint in the little jars for stuff that I use a lot, like white. I have in the jars already watered down. Otherwise, you just put a couple drops of paint on whatever you're going to use to paint on. You can use cardboard, really anything. Obviously you're going to use a little water, so you don't want anything that soaks through immediately. This is just some old poster board I'd use to make a mold, just a cut off piece. Just get your brush super wet. You're also getting the actual wooden part of it wet, which is good because the little water will drip in. And then just dab the edge of the paint and get a little bit of water in there. And your brush is already wet, so this will put nice thin coats of paint on. And remember, after every couple dabs of paint, you want to wash the brush and keep it clean throughout the process. This is key. You'll hear me clinking the brush off the sides of my little plastic water cup. It really makes the difference. Keeping the brush clean just allows you to put less paint on the pop in a cleaner, more even fashion. So we'll get this first coat on, I'll show you that, and then I'll just kind of time-lapse through the different coats and you'll see how thin each coat is and just how incremental they are. So with first coats, you're putting it in on real light here. I watered down my paint, so as you see it's wet, so it's real streaky. It's not covering all the black. You can see the black through the paint. That's what you want. The water helps the paint lie flat on it, on the figure itself, so it gives you even coats. Obviously you don't want it to look like this when it's all done, but with quite a few coats of paint, it'll lie flat. So after the first coat, the logos you can still see. I only did the silver on the Batman so far, but you can still see the False God logos and the Batman logo. So it wasn't until about 6 to roughly 8 coats or so in white until the logos on both pops were covered up. So 10 coats of each color. I didn't paint the silver on the Superman pop, I just left that be. But yeah, just remember to keep your brush clean, keep your paint slightly watered down, and do many coats of less paint. Biggest tip I can give you. After a couple decals, they're all done. Here they are. So White Lantern Batman, White Lantern Superman. Simple as that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
More coats with less paint. More coats with less paint.
More coats with less paint.